Halloween may be a ways, but what better way to start off Spooktacular October than by re-reviewing the film that rejuvenated the franchise after the failure of Rob Zombie's Halloween films, done by the folks at Blumhouse. Here's my re-review of Halloween 2018 and why it's a pretty darn good flick. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a re review of the 2018 slasher flick Halloween, also known as Halloween 2018. Released by Universal along with Miramax and Blumhouse, directed by David Gordon Green, who co wrote the story with Jeff Fradley and Danny McBride. It is the 11th overall installment of the Halloween franchise and serves as a new sequel to Halloween the Classic from 40 years prior, ignoring everything that came in between in the franchise. That is, Jamie Lee Curtis returns as Laurie Strode, and James Jude Courtney plays Michael Myers, with Nick Castle returning to the role for a cameo appearance. This also features Judy Greer, Will Patton, Haluk, Bilginer, and Virginia Gardner, and introducing Andi Matichak. Its plot follows a post-traumatic Laurie Strode who prepares to face and escape Michael Myers at a final showdown on Halloween night, 40 years after she survived his killing spree. The film was released on October 19th, 2018, just over a month and a half after it premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival, and got good reviews and became a big hit. So let's get into the story. If you didn't see my re-review of the original, I would recommend you watch that before going to this. So click on that and you can check out in case you might have missed it or if you want to see it again. Alright, now let's get into the story. On October 29th, 2018, infamous serial killer Michael Myers, who has been institutionalized at Smiths Grove Psychiatric Hospital for 40 years following his killing spree in Haddonfield, is being prepared for transfer to a maximum security prison. True crime podcasters Aaron Corey and Dana Haynes visit the hospital, where Aaron displays Michael's mask to him to no effect. In Haddonfield, Laurie Strode still lives in fear of him, drinking heavily and rarely leaving her heavily fortified house. She has a strained relationship with her daughter Karen, whom the state took away from her when Karen was 12. Allison, Laurie's granddaughter, tries to maintain a relationship with her grandmother. The night of October 30th, as Michael is being transferred, the bus crashes and Michael escapes after murdering two people and stealing their truck. On the morning of October 31st, Halloween, Michael sees Aaron and Dana visiting his sister Jude's grave. He soon kills them both, as well as a mechanic for his coveralls, before recovering his mask from Aaron's car at a service station. Laurie learns of Michael's escape and attempts to warn Karen, but Karen dismisses her concerns, urging Laurie to move on. That night, Allison finds her boyfriend Cameron cheating on her at a party and leaves with his friend Oscar. Allison's best friend Vicky and her boyfriend Dave are both killed by Michael. Deputy Frank Hawkins, who arrested Michael in 1978, and Laurie overhear the incident on radio and go over to the house. Laurie sees Michael for the first time in 40 years and shoots him before he flees. The police take Laurie, Karen, and her husband Ray to Laurie's home for protection. Now for the final act in the evening, you must stop this video at once, go to the description box below, and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen this movie already, as I count down now, if you have seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Doctor Ranbir Sartain, Michael's psychiatrist and former student of Dr. Loomis, persuades Sheriff Baker to help in the hunt for Michael. Michael kills Oscar, but Hawkins and Sartain rescue Allison. Deputy Hawkins incapacitates Michael and tries to kill him, but Dr. Sartain, who has become obsessed with Michael, attacks and leaves Hawkins for dead. It is revealed that he orchestrated Michael's escape to study him in the wild. Dr. Sartain heads toward Laurie's home when unconscious Michael and Allison locked in the back seat together. Michael wakes up and kills Sartain by smushing his hand like a pumpkin. Yeah, while Allison flees. Well, Michael then kills the two police officers stationed outside Laurie's home and strangles Ray to death. In Michael's showdown with Laurie, he stabs her and pushes her over a balcony. When he goes to check her body, he finds it missing, reminiscent of their first encounter decades earlier. Karen shoots him in the cheek before Laurie traps him inside a safe room with Karen and Allison's help. The trio sets the house ablaze, and Laurie says goodbye to Michael before she faints. As her family takes her to the hospital, a final shot of the burning basement is shown with Michael nowhere in sight in the story. But in the post-credit scene, Michael's breathing is heard, indicating that he has survived. So, what did I think of Halloween 2018? I must say, I really love this movie. This was a big redemption for the franchise after all these years. I mean, well, even though Rob Zombie did his extreme best by by rebooting the series, but ever since Halloween Resurrection, it just went downhill. But finally, they managed to get back in gear and what have you. Anyway, many critics deemed this both the best Halloween film since the original and returned to form for the series. The film became a box office success, making over 259 million worldwide on its $10 million budget. This film is the highest grossing slasher film in unadjusted dollars, breaking a record that Scream had previously set in '96, as well as setting several other box office records. The film later got followed by two sequels, which I've already done spoiler-free reviews of. I don't know if I'll re-review them though. No, I think I'm happy with what they are, at least for now. Those were Halloween Kills in 2021 and Halloween Ends in 2022. Both of those were not too bad. Well, Kills was pretty good. Ends was okay. Just kind of a mixed bag, though. The film sits at 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, where the reviews were actually pretty good. They say this Halloween largely wipes the slate clean after decades of disappointing sequels, ignoring increasingly elaborate mythology in favor of basic yet still effective ingredients. Metacritic has a score of 67, and Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave it a B+, and those at PostTrack gave it an overall 75 positive score, with 65% saying they would definitely recommend it, while the social media monitor Relish Mix noted a positive buzz response to the film online. I agree. I didn't mind them erasing everything from all the sequels. I was perfectly fine with that. Sometimes I watch this after I rewatch the original Halloween and not watch Halloween 2 and the others afterwards. I've done it a time or two. Variety felt that the film brings the series back to its roots, calling it an act of fan service disguised as a horror movie. The fact it works as both means that director Green has pulled off what he set out to do, tying up the mythology that Carpenter and Company established while delivering plenty of fresh suspense and grisly creative kills for younger audiences. The Verge said, Drew Brian Bishop, saying the film was better than almost every other sequel in the franchise and a fitting coda to a story that began 40 years ago. Entertainment Weekly's Lee Greenblatt described it as a faithful, fundamental sequel and funny too. Yeah, it does have a little bit of humorous moments. Some were kind of unexpected though. Joe Lipstick wrote for Bloody Disgusting. All in all, this Halloween is a worthy entry in the franchise. Everything really clicks at the finale, which makes sense considering the film exists to pit Laurie against Michael. And in this capacity, this Halloween doesn't disappoint. Dread Central's Jonathan Barkin wrote Halloween 2018 pays loving and respectful homage to the 1978 original while making a very bold and decisive claim for its own existence. This is quite possibly the scariest Michael Myers I've ever seen. Well, I won't get into too much of the mixed and other types of reviews and what have you. Upon its release, the film was the runner-up for for Goals Gross People's Choice Midnight Madness Award at the Toronto International Film Festival. The film received 4 Fangoria Chainsaw Award nominations: Best Wide Release, Best Actor for James Jude, Courtney, and Nick Castle, Best Actress for Jamie Lee Curtis, and Best Makeup Effects by Christopher Nelson. It also received a Best Horror Film nod at the Saturn Awards, with Jamie Lee Curtis winning Best Actress. And also nominated for Most Frightening Performance for the person who played Dana Haynes at the MTV Movie and TV Awards. I still wish they wouldn't call it that. I wish they'd go back to just the movie awards. If they wanted the TV, why don't they just do a separate one, huh? Anyway, I really think Halloween 2018 really managed to bring this back to its roots and what have you. I'm glad they brought back Little Music Be Done once again by John Carpenter back on board to do the score, along with his son Cody Carpenter and Daniel Davies, who also had collabed with Carpenter, considering he's the godson of Mr. Carpenter, and he's the son of Dave Davies of the rock band The Kinks. You may remember them from their songs like Lola and You Really Got Me, and lots of other songs. I have to say, they do a great job. They even bring back some new orchestrated versions of some of the music we hear in the original Halloween, especially the main theme, where I love the intro of how it starts with a reversing pumpkin just re-emerging from being all mushy and wily into back into a real jack-o'-lantern. And believe me, that was really, really cool. I think the story's not too bad here. And with this being directed by David Gordon Green, I will say he does a pretty good job with his direction, what have you. Even though he had recently worked on well, mostly some raunchy type comedies like Pineapple Express, Your Highness, and The Sitter, and many others. He later go on to direct the 2 sequels to this, as well as The Exorcist Believer. I have to give him credit for what he had to do, and I gotta say, it was really good. Now, for our cast, we have Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode, and she still got it after all these years. Very, very good. It was good to have her back. I really did enjoy it. Playing Karen is Judy Greer. I'm going to say she's really good. Now, I've seen her in numerous films, dating way back to when she really started out in Jawbreaker. Again, that's a very underrated film. This, of course, film introduced us Andi Matichak as Allison. Oh, no, wait, it's Matichak. I'm sorry. Of course, she's done several things before this. Maybe not some I'm not familiar with, but she's recently. But before this, she had appeared on shows like Orange is the New Black and Blue Bloods. I must say, this character is really, really good, and I did love her performance. I think she proved to be the next big thing of a final girl. Mm-hmm. Haluk Bilginer played Dr. Sartain. Well, he's okay. He's no Dr. Loomis by no means. He's a little, I think he's kind of nuts at times. Well, maybe later on before he gets killed, that is. Will Patton as Deputy Hawkins. I will give him credit. He was really good. Rian Reese played, or no way, it's Rian. I think it's Rian Reese played Dana Haynes. Not too bad. Good character. Jefferson Hall as Aaron Corey. Good. Playing Karen's husband Ray is Toby Huss. Yeah, he's fine. He delivers some pretty odd lines in one spot or two. We have Virginia Gardner as Vicky. Yeah, she's good. Dylan Arnold as Cameron. He's good. Miles Robbins as Dave. Yep. And lots of others. Omar Dorsey as Sheriff Barker. He's good. And James Jude Courtney plays Michael Myers, aka The Shape, and Nick Castle does Michael Myers through the window seeing breathing sounds. Now, I was completely unaware of this. In addition, we don't really see her. PJ Souls, who played Linda in the original classic film, has an off-screen voice cameo as Allison's English teacher. Yes, I did. I was not aware of this, but now I'd say you now know. So you gotta give the cast credit and what have you. Let's see. There's Jibril Nantambu as Julian, a little boy Vicky babysits, and Drew Scheid as Oscar. Yeah. Oh yeah. There is a little bit of a reference because we hear um the name the name of Elrod in this. Of course, you know Mr. and Mrs. Elrod from Halloween 2. Yeah. That's kind of reference. It kind of has a lot of Easter eggs in it to make you feel like you're seeing the other film and what have you. Even though the film completely ignores the stories for all of these films, and that's understandable. And I'm completely fine with it. So anyway, I think with everything it has to offer, Halloween 2018 is absolutely superb, and it's a good movie. So would I recommend it? I would definitely say, hell yeah, go for it. Halloween 2018. This is a film you must see if you haven't. Besides, it's going to be a little, tough, but later in life, you'll thank me for this. Mm-hmm. So, what did you think of Halloween 2018? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I review Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. So if you like this, check out my spoiler-free reviews of the 2 sequels that follow this. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Halloween Kills. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Halloween Ends. Or if you like maybe something else from Blumhouse, you can check out my spoiler-free review of why it's considered being more sci-fi than horror. Check out my spoiler-free review of their recent film, Megan 2.0, which is now streaming on Peacock and is now on Physical Media. And let me tell you, I just finished watching the unrated cut of that, and it's pretty damn good. Okay, enough said about that. In the bottom right hand corner, it's the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.